Hey, what's up, y'all? Get in here. I probably should have used the other camera tonight because this one does look like I'm making a jail phone call. But it's okay. It's gonna be what it is tonight, y'all. Because we got to get into this Karisha, please. Okay, this is the return of Karisha, please, and we got Karisha herself being interviewed by Saucy Santana, and honey, she talking. She talking. And we're gonna get into it with her since she got something to say. Okay, we got a couple of real quicks we're gonna get into, honey. It's a little bit of RHOA real quick. We got a little bit of Real Housewives of New Jersey real quick. We got Nelly going to jail. He going down, down, baby. Okay, so we got to talk about that real quick. And a little bit of BBL pissy news real quick. Complete with a couple of Easter eggs that shocked the dog mess out of me. So y'all get in here, hit the like button, please. Use your engagement button on the bottom right hand side of your chat when you open your chat after you hit the like button. When you open your chat on the bottom right hand side, there's a circle with a heart emoji. I'm gonna need you to hit that and send them bubbles up. Make sure y'all are liking this video. Put your like number in the chat. Share this video. Get these people in here. Y'all know I ain't got no notifications going out. Y'all know that's not happening at all. However, we're here. Okay, we're here. So let's share the video, like the video, get the engagement up, and let's get into it because, honey, she's finally talking. After everything went on and people have harassed this girl, and I told y'all I felt bad for her. The way people tried to make her accountable for stuff this man did before she was even grown was crazy. So now she finally talking. She got stuff to say. Some of the stuff she said made me cringe just a little, and some of it I was like, oh, that's what was going on. And then some of it was like, well, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And so we're going to go through all of those different emotions and reactions together. Okay. Let me see who up in here. Let me greet everybody. Let me do that first. God's anointed daughter is in the house. Hey, thank you for being like number one. Princess with the puppy is like number three. Hello, doll. Hey, Queena. What's going on, sissy? I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for being number five. Debbie Garcia is here. Housewives Talk is legal, and that's good because we got a little bit of that to do. All right. Thank you for being number seven. You and Lady Blue. Hey, Lady Blue. Thank you for hitting the button at the same time. All right. Leah Aries is number eight. How you doing? Classy. What up, Classy? How you doing, sis? Thank you for being number nine. DS is 11, and I appreciate you. Hey, Aries Diva. Make sure you hit the like button, girl, because I'm going to need some support. Y'all know how they treat me on this app, so I need some supports. I need y'all to like this video, share this video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. Let's get it popping and cracking around here, okay? I would really appreciate y'all if you would do just that, okay? Magaline Lamar, my good sis, is here. She's number 12. How you doing, boo? Aries Sun is number 11. I know that's right. Is this lovable, Lisa? Hey, thank you for being number 16. Good to see you. Miss Nisi is number 21. What? Really? Thank you, girl. Tamika Graham is number 12. Listen, I need y'all to come on. Come on in the room. Listen, things are happening. Okay, so the housekeeping, hit your like button. Make sure you are liking this video. Thumbs up this video. Try to get me back in the algorithm. You know, they got your girl shadow banned again. They always shadow banning me because I be saying stuff and telling stuff I'm not supposed to tell. But y'all know my mouth. I got to say it. If I don't say it, it's probably going to choke me. I'll probably die a slow death if I don't, if I can't say what I need to say. What am I supposed? If I can't talk, what can I do? Okay, if I can't talk, what can I do? Because things keep happening. And I got some more of that stuff that got me shadow banned to say too. I got more of that too, because we got some more updates on BBL Pissy, all kind of little stuff going on. So yes, I'm gonna always be in trouble. So I'm gonna always need y'all to like these videos. I'm gonna always need y'all to share these videos. I'm gonna always need y'all to engage in the video and make sure you putting your like number in the chat and make sure we're greeting other people too. Wani, hey boo, thank you for being number 26. Did I come on too late at night? This shouldn't be that late. Y'all know I used to get y'all up at 2, 3 in the morning. So like 5 minutes to 9, 5 minutes to 10 on the East Coast, but 5 minutes to 9 should not be that late. Like for real, for real. It should not. Hey, Sharon Middleton. Thank you for being number 27, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh. Y'all be careful at the airports. I just saw a disturbing report. They said a lady got trapped in the baggage carousel and died up there at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. Y'all be careful at these airports. That sounds creepy, like something from Final Destination. Miss Weedy Pooh, thank you for being number 30. Listen, I need y'all to share this video. Get them people in here so we could talk. Pretty please with a cherry on top. Oh my God. Yeah, things are happening. Let me get into everything that's happening, child. Y'all hit the like button. We may as well just jump right on into this. Ain't no point in dragging it out. Let's get into what we need to get into. Let's get into what we need to get into. So I told y'all, right, that it's a little bit of stuff going on with the Housewives that we need to address real. And I mean really quick. Like we ain't got to put all day into it, but we're going to have to put a couple of minutes. Hey, Vet, my girl all the way from Birmingham, UK. Thank you for being number 29. How the kids doing? Tell them I said hi. So things are happening, like completely they are happening, and there's really no way around it. With these housewives shows, and there's some changes that are taking place. One thing that I do want to point out, which I didn't even put it on the thumbnail because it was no reason. This is just a real quick report. Hey, Dana Cutler, Miss Steelers Nation, thank you for being 31, sis. But I gotta put it out there real quick, and that is that Kandi keeps confirming in different spaces, whether she's on Amazon, whether she's on the radio, she keeps confirming that Kenya's fired. We already know, right? But can I tell y'all why this is bothering me? Just a little bit. I'm trying to pin my hair back and I look like somebody's grandma. But I'm gonna tell y'all why that's bothering me, because this is one of them real quick stories and we're not gonna take all day. But why that's bothering me so much is that you supposed to be her friend, right? You supposed to be her friend so much that you going doing radio interviews confirming that she did exactly what them people accused her of and tried to cover it up by saying, oh, what's the big deal? And that's the kind of stuff that going on the show, and who gets to make the rules about right and wrong, knowing how ridiculous it was going to sound. Let me just say this. Kandi knew how ridiculous that was going to sound when she said it. You know what I mean? She knew nobody was going to buy that but a crazy person. She knew people weren't going to buy that. But I think that was her way of confirming that, yes, she did do it. I don't believe she's a real friend of Kenya. Something looks fishy, right? Something looks fishy. So now I can't even tell what platform this is on, but that's why I said this is just a real quick, and I want y'all to hear the audio. Now she's confirming all but that this girl is fired. And I'm seeing like a lot of the users on social media who are responding to this clip saying, what's up with these backhanded compliments? Something is funny there. Like, we all know that Kandi is a company girl. I think that's a fair statement. That's a fair assessment. She is a company girl. And what I know to be the truth is that Bravo will give her a spinoff infomercial with 6 episodes in a minute. And I believe she still got one of her little spinoff infomercials with 6 episodes or something from one of them, one of the restaurants or something. So she's still in bed with Bravo. She's still in Bravo's pocket to a certain degree, maybe not to the housewife level. And I think that's, strategic, because they didn't want to have to pay that money and she wasn't going to do it for less than the money. And I agree with her on that. Hey, Miss Sparkle, thank you for being like number 33. Yes, Kandi is two-faced as hell, and she might have 3 or 4 of them. So I feel like once Bravo turned on Kenya, and y'all know I'm not a Kenya Moore fan. I'm not Team Twirl. I'm not one of these delusional people. It's like, oh, Kenya's so great. She can do no wrong. She do a lot of wrong. Like almost everything about Kenya Moore is wrong. Kenya Summer Moore, just wrong as wrong can be. Okay? But Kenya better watch her back, because Kandi ain't the friend she thinks she is. Okay? She is not the friend she thinks she is. The stuff that she's doing is indicating, I'm going to play nice with you, but I'm going to play the game because I'm still in their pocket. And now that you're not in their good graces, Not so much in mine either. Cocktails with Lovable Lisa says, you like Big Sis. She is a company girl. I believe that's why she left the Housewives show, because she knew they was gonna bring Phaedra back. Yeah, no, it was a money thing. But once she was gone, then that opened the door for Phaedra. Hey Rochelle, thank you for being number 35, girl. Happy Thursday. Okay. But let me let y'all hear this, because I want, I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth. I want y'all to hear this little clip and let me know if it sounds like what it sounded like or if I'm taking it the wrong way. Because it sounds like what it sounded like to me. Okay. Now that's just what it sounds like. Oh, and I got to tell y'all something going on with me. Okay. Yes, girl. Nice, nasty. Nice, nasty. Y'all, please like this video. Run up my likes. Please, pretty please, with a cherry on top. Who's got like number 43? Like lottery is in full effect. Make sure that you put in your like number in the chat. And remember, when I ask for a like number, you have 2 minutes to make it to the chat with your like number and your cash app if you're trying to get paid. Do not forget, the like lottery is a scratch off, not the Mega Millions. We got something on your 40. We have nothing on your light bill. Okay? All right. So let me play this clip because I really want y'all to hear this. And I got to tell y'all something going on with me. Baby, let me tell you. All I'm going to say before I get to that is my God loves me. That's all I'm going to say. He loved him. He loved him some Nitra. That's all I'm going to tell you. Oh, Josiah said hi. Hey, Josiah, this is your auntie over here in the U.S., honey. I wish you could come and visit. I would cook you all kinds of delectables, all kind of tantalizing delectables. Okay. So I'm glad you said hi. I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. Everybody in the chat, tell Josiah hi. Hi, Josiah. I love the babies. Listen, y'all better learn how to be nice to these kids because we getting old and they're going to put us in old people jail. And I don't want to go. I'm not going. I'm nice to all the kids. Dana say Candy Liquor would never close her doors when money is involved, ever. She gonna always put that money first. Angela Davis, thank you for being number 38. Okay, look at Auntie D. Auntie D say hi, Josiah. Y'all better holler at Josiah in the chat. What's going on? We ain't speaking to my nephew. I love it. I love it. I hope he can feel the love. I hope, Josiah, I hope you can feel the love, baby. I hope you can feel it. Can you feel it? Okay. Hey, cool gamer. Always cool. Always in the building. I know I came in late. I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. But y'all like the video anyway. Hi, Inel. Okay, Aunt Dana say, hello, baby boy. I know that's right. So look. Hold on. Let me turn this sound up because y'all got to hear this one. Listen.
Is Kenya. There will never be another Kenya. I saw her, she posted in her story something that says, I'm humble enough to know that I'm not replaceable, but confident enough to know there will never be another me. Man, I know that's right, girl. Come
now,
on,
listen.
Let's go. I was like, I totally agree with that statement. I feel like whenever it comes to the Housewives franchise, everybody always asks me what I think about everybody who has moved on, and even including myself since I moved on this year. It's like everybody else is like, what do you think is going to happen? I feel like it's a franchise that can last forever, right? I think it can continue to go on and on and on. Will it be different? Yes. But can it survive? Yes. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's just going to be different. I feel like back in the day when like Kim Zolciak and Nene left the first time, I think it was more of a question. But after things moved on and the show continued, I'm like, okay, well, really, anybody is interchangeable on this show. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, I say that please support all the ladies who are no longer on RHOA. I would say that Kenya.
So y'all heard what she said. I feel like here we go again with them, like the people who we think are Kenya's friends, kind of going out of their way to confirm that girl is indeed fired. What's the reason? Like y'all see, she keep trying to save face, and I feel like it's a certain thing that's kind of off to me when you have the urge. How you doing, Divine, to kick somebody when they down? I'm not a fan. I don't really like it. And I see that anybody can be anybody's interchangeable, all of that stuff. And everybody's always asking me, Candy, nobody's asking you. Nobody's asking you. Like, you are not the personality girl. People are not breaking down your door to ask you nothing. You are doing Bravo's dirty work. The fact that y'all know with the TMZ thing, we saw Andy Cohen in the street and he was careful to talk about everything but Kenya. Like, he had no conversation for what was going on with Kenya at all. Y'all remember that? Don't make me remind you. Y'all remember that? He was walking in the street. They asked him about Phaedra. He answered about Phaedra. And like, it was really a simple, yeah, she's gone. It's unfortunate. We're going to miss her. We love her. Anything, no type of PR answer or nothing. No beauty pageant answer or nothing. He just intentionally avoided every single thing that he could have possibly said about Kenya. He wouldn't even refer to Kenya. And that to me was an odd situation. I'm sorry. It was a whole red flag. And then now you got Love B. Scott, which T Dollar, shout out to T Dollar. T Dollar called that out first. And I didn't want to believe it. Y'all know me. I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, nah, because Love B. Scott and Kenya been tight for so long. Like, no, there's no way he would just turn on Kenya. Like, that don't make sense. Why would he turn on Kenya? Only for me to watch how he was moving. And now that I'm seeing the stuff that Candy's doing, I feel like they both moving the same way. Like, okay, we're going to play nice, nasty, but we're not going to let you wiggle out of this. You're not going to get to, pretend that you're not fired and have people wait for the season to see if you're going to be there or not. It's like they're going out of their way. And by they, I mean Love B. Scott, Candy Burris, and Andy Cohen are going out of their way to not blatantly say it, but to make sure to get the message across to everybody watching that Kenya's fired. I'm just not understanding where this big concrete wall, this big barrier is coming from. Because it just seems like, I don't want to say out of the blue because that's not honest. It's not out of the blue. We saw, traces of it for the last 2 seasons when they brought in Marlo to be the henchman against her and Candy. So we saw that. We saw her go on the Carlos King interview and her saying a whole lot of stuff that, ordinarily back in the day, Kenya would have never said. But I still feel like there's some underlying things. I feel like Candy don't really mind doing that to Kenya because I think she was low-key embarrassed that she had to walk away because they played with her money the same way, much the way they played with Lenithia's money. That's what I think. Hey, Bird Tree, y'all make sure you hit the like button. Thumbs up this video. You say Love B. Scott been turned on Kenya. But yeah, I didn't know that. There was no indication to me. I didn't see it. But this situation made it really clear that the camaraderie, the bond, the friendship, whatever that relationship was, it's no longer that. It's no longer that. And that's clear. Leah says, so Billy Goat Gruff does that support include Nene and Phaedra. Well, she said all the ladies, and she did mention Nene's name. She did. She really did. So, I'm going to give her that because she did say that. Like, she didn't, try to be nasty to nobody except, I didn't pick up no energy going toward nobody but Kenya. And I'm just wondering why that is. And I'm hoping that Kenya can, use her eyes and that tool between her 2 shoulders and peep that this girl really ain't your friend the way you think she is. I'm just saying, and I'm going to leave it alone. Now, the other real quick, what us got to get, let me quit being silly. But the other real quick that we do have to address, honey, is Nelly. Y'all know Nelly, Mr. Down Baby, okay? Him and Ashanti got a baby on the way. From my understanding, they have gotten secretly married. And everything. And while they're awaiting the baby, Ashanti is under public scrutiny, people picking and poking with her. You know how people are. If it's a black woman and they feel like you too happy, they're going to find a way to like tear you down, insult you, make you feel some type of way about yourself, anything they can. And so they're harassing her about her weight gain, body shaming her. I'm like, y'all are sick as hell to be trying to body shame a pregnant lady, but telling women who never had so much as a ham sandwich that they're being body positive if their gut is hanging to their kneecaps. It's just weird. I'm like, this is a sick, sad world where we attack wives, pick on pregnant women, and tell, other people who probably should not wear certain things to go ahead, girl, put on that G string. It's not a problem. It's just getting weird. So this girl going through all of this, and tell me why. Please, somebody tell me why. Nelly get his funky behind picked up on ecstasy possession. Y'all know them X pills that people was popping. I didn't even know people were still taking X. Can I be real? I didn't know. Is taking X a thing? Is it a thing? I remember the X pills. I never took one. Not a half of one, not a piece of one. I don't pop no pills, okay? BC powders is where it stops for your girl. But this is according to TMZ. Let me tell y'all what they said. I'm going to tell y'all what I think. Nelly was asked to show his ID to police, and his info was run for verification according with Missouri Gaming Commission regulations. Police found Nelly had an active warrant for no insurance from a previous traffic stop. Okay, so the no insurance wasn't even on this traffic stop. It was that he had no insurance on a previous traffic stop, which could have been an oversight. Stuff happened. People kill me turning into perfect people on the internet. It's so weird. But so they had a warrant for him because apparently he didn't, sometimes they give you the citation to come to court and show them that you got the insurance. He probably didn't show up to court. He could have been performing, could have forgot them rich people. I don't know, but he had an active warrant for that. And they searched him and found 4 X pills on his person, according to the Highway Patrol. Personally, if I'm being real, I don't see him riding dirty, knowing he got a warrant if he realized he really had it. I think he might have been taking the pills and feeling a little too good and did not realize that you out here driving around with a warrant with pills in your possession, because that was just silly. So he was booked for felony drug possession and on the prior warrant for the insurance, because the warrant was for no vehicle insurance. So one other time he drove something, could have been anything. He could have just bought a car and it wasn't insured yet, or he got, them rich people have multiple cars. So he could have let the insurance lapse on something he hadn't been driving and jumped up and drove it. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So anyway, that happened Wednesday morning. I don't know honestly, I don't know what's going to go down with him. Apparently his name is Cornell Haynes. I think I remember them saying he was Cornell. This at 4:45 in the morning. So you should have been home and in your bed, but instead you out running the streets with a warrant and 4 X pills in your pocket. So hopefully that works out for him. I don't have no further information. Apparently the people say they reached out to Nelly's team and ain't nobody reached back. And which I don't blame them. I mean, we just being nosy. It ain't none of our business. We got to take it like it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's how that went. That's how that went. Let me see what y'all saying before we go to the next real quick. Aries D would say, I didn't know it was still a thing either. Girl, I didn't know people were still taking X. What? Bird Tree say, me either, sis. Wasn't that 10 years ago? That was over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. 10 years ago, they were still messing with Molly a little bit. I'm like, what is going on? X pills? Oh, you old for real. You up here taking vintage drugs. You up here on throwback dope. What you gonna do next, Nelly? Quaaludes? Like, you up here dipping snuff and taking Quaaludes. What else you doing? It's your old self. But hopefully it works out for him. So that's a joke from the early 2000s. I thought it went out of style. Me too. Me too. Hey, Belicious, y'all hit the like button. That's why I was like, this nigga up here doing throwbacks. Did you check the expiration date on them ecstasy pills? Listen, don't y'all let me find out he was driving a car he don't normally drive, and them some pills from 1999 in that car. Them better not be no 2001, Cash Money taking over for the 99 and the 2000. That better not be the dope in question. This better not be no old dope. If I find out it's some old dope, this gonna be a whole nother stream that we end up doing. Yeah, that 90s dope. What is this? God's anointed daughter says, it's been so long, I forgot about it. I know I did. Yes, girl, vintage drugs, throwback dope. The dope is not supposed to be throwbacks. Dana say, I want to hear about your good news, more interesting. Child, it ain't good news, but it's some news. Hey, Helene, what's up, girl? Belicious, thank you for being number 52. Y'all hit the like button. My first lottery number ain't nobody answer. I called and y'all did not answer me. Hey, E. Davis, what's up? Sharon Middleton, hi. Yeah, going down, baby, in a Range Rover. Yes. But I want to know how old the dope was before we get all up in arms. Yes. Where do you even find that? Where would one go to find an X pill in 2024? I'm just saying. This is back to, in the days when Trick Daddy was still wearing polo. Like, X pills? Hey, E. Davis, thank you for being number 53. Y'all keep running up the likes. Okay, share this video, like this video, send up bubbles. Don't make me check for bubbles again. Okay, because I will check for bubbles. The bubbles mean something to me. All right? Wait a minute. You say that's the burning question. Yes, sis, that is the burning question. How old was the X pills in question? Because for him to be in his 50s, or at least 50 at a minimum, you got 4 X pills. Dope that don't nobody take no more. Like, don't you need a special permit to buy X pills at this point? So the way they throwing fentanyl and everything, people should be afraid to do drugs. Not if you doing vintage. You up here with antique pills. Ain't no fentanyl in that. Maybe that's why he went back to the X pills. He said, I'm going to go back to something I know ain't got fentanyl in it. We're going to go back to the one that Simon Peter and John the Baptist was selling, because where the hell did you get an X pill, Nelly? You're petty boots? Lord, y'all kill me with the petty boots. Girl, I just would like to know how you even found them. B-Licious say Trick Daddy was probably cute back when them pills was popping. He did used to look nice back then. When people was popping X, Trick did not look like the poo emoji. He didn't look like his face had cracked like the Grand Canyon. He still looked like somebody. That's when he was still a menace to society. And him and his friends had girls all across the state of Florida afraid to go in and out of clubs by themselves if they knew they was around. Okay, when they were still out here assaulting women. Allegedly. DS say maybe he thought it was sweet tarts. Now, you know what, DS? The corner is not open tonight, but I can open it. Yeah, back in the time machine, this Negro back to the future, buying dope. Bird Tree say, yes, I was 55. Yes, let's put them likes up. There you go. Yes, girl, that fool said sweet tarts. So, yes, that had happened. Now, here go real quick. Let me tell y'all about this one real quick. This is by me. The devil thought he had me. Let me tell y'all something. Now, I ain't going to go into no great detail, but I got to give y'all this in here real quick. A testimonial real quick. So, y'all know how stuff will happen, and it be your own kin people want to sit up and talk about you, right? But it ain't never the kin people that really got their stuff together. You know, it be them raggedy ones, them mangy ones, them rotten coochie holes that you never really liked, but you used to tolerate, for your mama and stuff, that sit up and talk about your situation because they think they know what it is. They think they know what it is. And so, y'all, the good Lord had told me, Nitra, fall back. They think they can do it better. Pass the situation off to them. Let them handle the situation better. I say, okay. Let me let you handle it better. Why I got word back, the same people that was talking trash about the way I was handling the situation, the entire thing done blew up in their face. Oh, yes. The same people that sat back talking about I'm too strict and old-fashioned and I'm crazy and all this and that. Baby, honey, sugar, darling, dumpling, precious. I push the situation on them. I say, y'all say y'all could do better. Let me help you do better. Let me put this in your hands. Baby, the whole thing done blew up in their face. The same child they said I was too strict with and I was too overbearing and I'm crazy. Child, why everything done blowed up in their face? And they were too ashamed to call and say so. But I got one of those big families, y'all. I got one of them families that's ignorant, big, close knit, and somewhat toxic. So when the bull crap jumped off, I was told from reliable sources what the hell had done went on. And they didn't even call the child mama. So those of y'all who know me personally, you know what I'm saying? If we happen to be in Zoom or Patreon or whatever, you know I'm going to tell y'all all the details. But baby, let me tell you something. My God don't play by me. When you sit up and badmouth me, lie on me or whatever, just be aware that he will embarrass you. And that's exactly what happened. So I had to tell y'all that. Now, real quick, before we get into Karisha and Karisha talking up and stuff, y'all like this video? Yes, y'all know what I'm talking about. It always be them raggedy ones. It always be them raggedy family members, be the ones that was jealous of your mama before you. And they jealous of you too. They just be real, with me, they don't know how to take it because I ain't like my mama. I'm not finna be up under you regardless. I would tell you to go directly to hell and buy you a ticket. Thank you for being 59 and 60 poetic lyrics. Right, Vet. Mother knows best. Bet they know now. Y'all like this video? Bertree said exactly. I sent it and they couldn't, sis. I was in the bushes, but I saw it. I commented, but not as much. Okay, I feel you. So listen, another real quick, and we getting into Karisha's stuff. Okay. So anyway, y'all, BBL pissy. He and some more stuff. I got to whisper because they be having people. I think that's why I'm shadow banning this time, because you start reporting on his stuff unless you have real support. And y'all know my support be shaky over here. Sometimes y'all be here, sometimes y'all don't. Sometimes y'all support, sometimes y'all don't. So it just kind of is what it is. But I'm a whisper. I'm a whisper, and I'm gonna say it anyway because y'all know I can't hush. Being quiet, being censored is not my thing. So I'm going to just tell y'all. Now, y'all know who BBL Pissy is, the maple leaf from Canada, down here colonizing and stealing and stuff. So, y'all, I don't even know who keep putting this information out. I don't know how stuff keep coming to the surface. But when I tell y'all what's going on this time, y'all not finna believe me. I'm just telling you, y'all is not finna believe. Y'all going to be like, Nitra, why you lying? But I'm not lying. So, look, thumbs up, like this video, please. So it's a lady, it's a girl, like a younger lady. I guess she like in her 20s or late 20s. She look a little woe out. You know what I'm saying? But you never know whether it's that dope, whether she horn round, whether she old Livia, she got the Benjamin Button, or whether she really is close to 30. She looked like high end 20, close to 30. Anyway, her name is Snow, Snoh. Well, apparently, y'all, it's an app called a monkey app. I guess it's kind of like the Omegle thing where people, you don't know who you're going to end up talking to, but she be streaming on there. And they say this girl be doing revenge cornucopia on children, not grown people, children and barely legals, ones 18, 17, 16, that type of stuff. Well, they say she be, I actually saw clips where she be telling them little young girls, oh, flash me and I'm going to flash you, all this weird stuff. I'm trying to get them to show their chesticles and stuff. Well, baby, she get them to do it. Then she play crazy like, oh, I didn't believe you. I can't believe she did that. And she be taking them churn pictures. And I heard she was posting them in the Discord. And that's what she got a reputation for doing. Well, how BBL Pissy come into it. Y'all, they say BBL Pissy. And I saw the video, was on the stream with her, with some of them cheerings and stuff. And he even got his feelings hurt because the girl was like, oh, you like him? And the child was like, not particularly. I say, ooh. This is tough. These kids will humble you, baby. So anyway, he on there with her on the monkey app. And this the lady that's been being accused of doing revenge cornucopia on this app called a monkey app. I didn't know nothing about no monkey app. What I know about that? I'm grown. I was yesterday years old when I learned about a monkey app. I don't know nothing about this. Well, that ain't all. So apparently, okay, Legina, oh my. Queen, I'm telling you, that's what's going on. Hey, I'm that girl. Thank you for being 63. You just waking up. Yes, girl, a minor. So listen, he can't even pretend like he don't know the girl, right? because y'all know I be all up in people business. So I went and looked on the girl Instagram. She don't even have that many followers, but guess who following her? BBL Pissy. Following that girl on her Instagram. It ain't like she no wildly famous person, so he was just following everybody followed her too. Child, he following her on that little bitty, barely a few thousand people on her Instagram. You know, regular us regular mamas got that many people, and he following her on there. I screenshotted it too, because just in case you go unfollow her, Pissy, we watching you. We are watching you, Pissy, Pissy, Pissy. We see you, okay? All right, Jamaria Wilson. So I saw the same thing. I wish I could unsee it. Child, Jamaria girl, it's a trip. Welcome. If it's your first time, anybody here, if it's your first time live, please put FTL in the chat. Thank you for being like number 66, Legina. Okay. But yeah, so that ain't all. That ain't all. That ain't all. So then they gonna pull up a screenshot from the video heard around the world that got there not like us. Child, that thing gonna haunt us forever. I feel like we gonna be at the pearly gates and we gonna be waiting for St. Michael and them to check our name off, and St. Peter and them, and we gonna hear dun 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 dun. And I'm not gonna know what to do. I'm just gonna tell you that now. Bird Tree said exactly. Y'all know I don't be knowing, but if our it's not for our sis or us, because you know we invested in sis channel. Now, okay, if you come for us, we coming for you. I'm here. Yes, right, Bird Tree. But ain't nobody coming for us, honey. We gonna hang on in here. Got to be a glutton. But no, this was old. This didn't just recently happen, sis. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, girl, beyond the mess. So I got to hurry up because this supposed to have been a real quick part of the story. So I got screenshots on Twitter, girl. I want to say, hold on, let me go to my gallery, and I could tell you how long ago, because people actually had talked about it when he had first went on there. And I guess people just skipped on past it because they didn't want to talk about it. But yeah, him was on there. Him was on there. So this was back July 18, 2023. Somebody was talking about it, and they say, why does N-word Drake on the Monkey app? Look him. Can y'all see that? Y'all look at that date. 2023. So this ain't recent. This been happened. So back on that video heard around the world, the one that's gonna show up for St. Peter now while we waiting in line to the gate. Okay. And how about on the video where he hopping across the little hopscotch court? He got the monkey on the front of his shirt, alluding to this monkey situation. I say, what in the hell is going on? Something going on. I feel like Mr. Biggs at this point. What the hell is going on? All right. Because y'all doing some stuff that y'all ain't supposed to be doing. Jenny Patterson, thank you for being like number 68. You celebrating your 26th wedding anniversary and listening to my fave. Well, listen, congratulations to the two of you, to the lovebirds, you and Mr. Patterson. Y'all, everybody put congratulations in the chat. Congratulations, Jenny. He already know, Dana. He had the monkey on his shirt at the hopscotch court when he was hopping across the hopscotch court. He already know. That's what I'm telling you. This thing is a mess, and it looked like all them people what really know them already know. That's why they airing them out. Y'all, this is getting spooky. Watch your kids, okay? Because them children go on social media and they get into stuff. That's how my child got in trouble, being on social media. You got to be watching, because no matter how careful you are, somebody will sneak past. But if you're not careful at all, BBL pissing them gonna be done got y'all children. So, okay, what you think about that? I don't think about it. I don't like neither one of them people, so I ain't thinking about it at all. I have nothing to say. You ain't noticed I didn't report nothing on that? Yes, girl, BBL Pissy is outing himself left and right. But this happened way long, at least a year ago or maybe more. All his homework, all of it. So I just want to drop that in y'all lap. And then, hold on. Let me show y'all what I got, and we going to move along. Okay, if our hearts are clear, we going on to Karisha. This is the girl Instagram. Make sure y'all can see it. You see how many followers she got? That's her name. There go her face, what she look like. That's her. That's her Instagram, right? And look who following her. When you go to type his name on Instagram, he right there in her follows. You see it's her name, and he following her. So he can't say like, oh, I just popped up on there. I ain't know who she was. Yes, you did. And she from Toronto, just like you. So ain't no point in lying now. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie because we know. All right? So let's get into Karisha, child. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Legina the Jackson sent me a cash app for some support. Ain't this sweet? Thank you. This is my first and only support of the whole day, and I appreciate you. Auntie Eva, thank you for being like number 70. And Delicia, thank you for being like number 72. I appreciate you. Okay? So let's get into this because y'all got to hear this audio. Hey, the divine Miss M. So yeah, child, Karisha done broke her silence. Karisha done broke her silence. And it's like listening at her, I understand it. She's a typical Aquarius girl. Like some of us ain't gonna really pop off. We ain't got a lot to say, but by the time we start talking, ain't nobody gonna like it. And that's usually why a lot of times, especially when we're younger, we don't say everything that we want to. If you want to be palatable. You know what I mean? I went through a phase where I didn't care if you liked me. And then when I decided to try to make myself, more likable, I knew I had to kind of watch my mouth a little bit because if I just say everything the way I feel it, somebody finna get mad. Okay? So this baby here apparently done had enough and now she talking and she done brought back her show, Karisha, please. So turn y'all audio up. Cause she talking, baby. She talking about everything. She talking about everything. So let's get ready to get into it. Divine, thank you for being the Divine Miss M. Thank you for being number 74. Pretty pick, sis. All right. So I see you. We don't have to talk about it. That's what's no support. What's no support, my sis? I don't understand, but y'all hit that like button. Okay. Now let's listen. Put your ears on.
Hey y'all, what's up? So we back with season 2 of Karisha Please, but this episode is a special edition. And I told myself that I wasn't going to be strategic or try to find the right words to say that I wanted to tell my truth, my story on my platform where I feel safe.
Thank you for the super sticker, Bertree.
Clock that T. Bitch, catch you. So I have the one and only, my best friend, Saucy Santana.
I'm here. We get into all things Karisha. I want to call this episode Karisha Speaks.
Ooh.
Because I feel like you don't talk much. I feel like you let a lot of stuff just, roll over. You'll talk amongst me and you and amongst close ones, but I don't really feel like you address everything. And so today I want you to take this time to put everything on the floor, get it all out, because once you talk today, then nobody gonna hear people till 2028, baby.
Thank you.
So I want you to say today and let everything out, get everything off your chest, and we're gonna get into it.
Let's go, I'm ready.
So I want to get into mental health with you. I feel like I just want to check on, and I feel like everybody wants to know just these days, how are you? Just in general with life, your kids, family, and just with your career. Like, where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the place. Mm-hmm. I'm going through a lot, and some days I just be like, everybody go through this in their career and their life. I feel like in life, everybody go through something, whether it's a breakup, a divorce, a theft, just like whatever it is. And I feel like,
let it out. This is a safe space. This is your space to be vulnerable and just really, let out how you feel.
Mm-hmm. So mentally, like, 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad, 1 minute I'm kind of like, fuck this shit. And then the next minute, I'm looking at my kids and I'm like,
chemistry. It's the only thing.
Okay. Now I know good and well. But I ain't gonna hate because people need their ad revenue. Let's get through that.
I ain't bring us this far to go backwards.
Yeah.
I work hard. You get me saying? Like, I put in a lot of time and effort in this shit. I did it when I was pregnant alone. And I feel like in life you gotta go through shit to get through shit. Like Usher said that and I was like, wow, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like in life, everybody is going through something. Whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's they just lost their job, just anything. And that's what keep me going, because I know that like life not perfect, and we gotta learn from our mistakes, and life is a lesson. And I feel like the people that I thought that would be in my corner, or that are like, when I was going through this shit, nobody called me to check on me. Nobody called me to see how I was doing. Like, people was really like, you thought.
Yeah. So when it comes to Diddy, why do you think that you are so heavily involved in everything? Like everything that comes out about him, like you said, it's automatically, well, what you think? Well, how you feel? What you got to say?
Because people feel like I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader, and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy environment to my life. I had him at the office. I was still doing rich roulette in the split. All light on. Ari slapping my ass. I ain't never think I was bigger than the program. I was still on my City Girl shit. I was still doing remixes. Don't play with it.
I was Gucci Mane.
Mane.
First impression.
I was still working. City Girls was on tour with Jack Harlow. We had At Bad. You know, Diddy came to me with the song. Told JT, let's get on this record. Like, I was still doing City Girl shit. I was heavily involved in the group. I never thought I was bigger than the program.
So, with Diddy, what was your experience with dating him? Because I feel like in the headlines, it's a lot of just chaos, and it's a lot of allegations. And so I think that's what makes people feel like, well, since you were so heavily involved, you were a part of these things, or you were around these things. So what was your experience like, dating him?
Well, I met Diddy at Peak Party, and I met him when he was in a love era. And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive. Mm-hmm. Like, he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out.
Now, Karisha, I'm going to just say this. I believe you met that man before the love era. I believe the love era came after. I don't believe you met that man during the love era. I'm listening to her tell her truth. And I feel like we owe her that. At least the way people have drugged this girl about what a 50-something-year-old man did before she was even legal is crazy to me. I feel like it's another instance of how much as a community we legit hate our black girls. We hate them. We hate them so bad that we watch people lose their mind because they felt like he was spending money on this little black girl. And y'all know I said that at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Diddy fan. I never have been. I have my reasons, and y'all probably should have some too. However, I feel like it was something different. Seeing him spend money on that black girl, it triggered people. I think it really triggered people. And so when he fell down, instead of them just going after him like they needed to, we watched a barrage of people on social media. Why Karisha not talking? Well, what the hell you want her to say? Was she not in high school or middle school when he was slapping these whores around? What that had to do with this girl? It was just weird. It was freaking weird. The way you know what I mean? And it's not like I didn't know or I couldn't expect it, or it was like, oh, I'm so shocked. Because I've been alive a long time, and I know how our community treats black girls. I know how we treat our girls. We hate them. We treat our girls like we hate them. If they're doing well, you try to find a way to humble them. And if they're not doing good, you try to shame them and beat them into the dust while giving excuses to black males who do a whole lot of nothing. So I wasn't shocked. But Karisha, dear, precious, I believe you met that man before then. I don't believe y'all was public before then. But I'm going to just say, I do believe you met him before you're saying you met him at P's party. Now, you may have met him at a party P had, but I do believe it was before the love era, Karisha. I'm going to just be honest with you, baby. BB say, I believe it was going on with her. She tweeted to that girl that she would tell Diddy to make her munch on her. She played into it. What does that have to do with anything, though? So because she said something on social media, what did she have to do with him beating up Cassie? What year high school was Karisha in when we saw that footage of him putting his foot and Cassie's behind it, that elevator. It's real funny how y'all can sit up when it comes to Cassie because her skin is pale. Oh, she was a victim. You know, I know she participated in what he did to Kim Porter, but she was a victim because she was so young. Her and Karisha was around the same age. She was very close to the same age when he got her as that other one. So it's like there, you know, it's something about that pale protection. It's something about that pale protection. When the girl is black, she automatically a villain. She wrong, she evil, she nasty. The pale girl must have been groomed. There's no way she's accountable for her actions. There's no way she knew that Diddy was putting Kim Porter out of the bed. You get out the bed because I'm gonna put her in the bed. Oh no, because when the skin is pale, they victims now. But when it's a black girl, oh, she's part of it. She got in a time machine with Dr. Brown and Back to the Future and Michael J. Fox. She ran back there and shoved him into Cassie in front of that elevator. She was somewhere in that hotel. She tripped him and he fell with his elbow and foot and fist into that girl's head. Like real rap. They like literally our community terrorized this girl simply because the beautiful Bianca Edwards is in the chat. Hey Bookie. We terrorized, and I don't mean we as in me, because I didn't. I like pretty black girls. I'm a fan. I like pretty black girls. But the part of our community that hates pretty black girls, that hate little black girls with a passion, terrorized this girl. So now she's sitting up here talking about how she was all over the place and still is apparently. 1 minute she happy, then she not, then she sad, then she not. And then she talks about the fact that the people she thought would have been cool with her, instead of them checking on her to be like, girl, this is crazy and you was connected to this man. How is this affecting you? Are you good? How them kids? Instead, she said she felt like they was gloating like, aha, that's what you get. And I believe it because that's what I saw was a whole lot of, aha, that's what you get. That's what she get for what? For a billionaire wanting to date her and she decided to let him help her improve her life and spend some money. That's what she get for that. Should she have been dating somebody that needed to borrow $20 to put some gas in their pickup truck? Like, what should she have been doing? But I had to stop it to say, now, you out for your sister's birthday? Tell her I said happy birthday. Y'all tell baby sis happy birthday in the chat. But I just stopped to say I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that she was talking to him, or she had at least met him before that love era. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I say that. Now, it's a City Girl song with her, Jatavia, that they had did with Cardi B. That was before his love era, unless I'm mistaken. And that would have been the same time he was still kind of sort of going with Cassie. Okay? And she had mentioned about she got a billionaire. And it's like, Karisha, you're a gorgeous girl, but how many billionaires you done had? It sounded like it was the same Negro to me. But I'm going to let her keep talking because, you know, she got a right to get it out. This girl been quiet the whole time. Everybody keeps saying, why she ain't saying that? Now she's saying something. We owe her to give her a listen. The way our community has terrorized this girl for keeping quiet, we owe it to her to listen to what she got to say. Y'all like this video. Who has like number 72? 72, you have 2 minutes to report to the chat with your like number and your cash app. Okay, thank you.
So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him. Mm-hmm. So why am I being crucified, or why am I being separated?
That's the other question. During that time, all of them was sitting there, oh, Diddy this, love that, Diddy this, oh, Diddy bringing back R&B, Diddy doing this, Diddy throwing the R&B parties in it. Everybody was cool with him at that time. Why is she the only one, y'all? Let me shut up before somebody, find a problem with me telling the truth.
Yeah. When I was dating him, it was love. The frequency is high. We used to laugh because that's like Santana. It's always, what's up, queen? Yes. So I just felt like I met him like in a whole new era, and that wasn't my experience. Mm-hmm. Like when I met him, it was just like I told y'all on season 1, I even asked him, like, why you fucking with me? Why you fucking with a city girl?
Yeah.
Why you coming into my world? Because I'm on some whole other shit. Like, you know my lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when I got with him, he was just a man.
Before therapy, I blamed.
Okay, so let them get through their little ad revenue, honey. We ain't finna listen to it, but we gonna let them get it off.
More of like, okay, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna sit, we gonna communicate, we gonna get solutions. What's going on? Like, we ain't even going that route. So that was my experience with him.
So a lot of the things that people really like say about him, you didn't experience that as in dating. That's not something that you saw. So is that the reason why you never said anything? Is that the reason why when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like, why didn't you speak?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. And I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like, a survivor of domestic violence, he never hit you in a relationship. He was never violent. Was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, what he going through in these lawsuits and, that video that came out. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that, I know that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself, after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again. Especially now being I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like having a daughter, like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So do you feel like with dating Diddy, like, was it a business relationship? Do you feel like it was beneficial for you?
I feel like it was beneficial for both of us. I think that, like, I was able to come and be a brand ambassador for Deleon and take it to a whole nother level, because I feel like, I won't say nobody wasn't drinking Deleon, but
nobody wasn't drinking Deleon.
But when I came, it was just like, it's a city or something. We drinking Deleon, we acting bad. So I feel like I was an asset. I honestly just feel like with Diddy, like, I met him at a peak party, and I don't know what his intentions was, but I don't know if it was like business or he really liked me, but I felt like, when he got me, he really saw something in me, and that's why he was like, you know what, you got a big personality, like, you should do a podcast. Like, you know how to engage in conversations, like you know how to ask good questions. So I felt like, I came into his world and I was able to like turn everything he had going on up a notch. Like, he had Deleon. I was able to have the whole world drinking Deleon, putting in his songs. Like, I made it popular,
Yeah.
And then with Revolt, I was able to come and make it the #1 podcast on Revolt.
Yeah.
So I felt like, and then with him, it was like he was able to, take my career to the next level. I did the Met Gala. I got ready with Vogue. Like, I wasn't going into the relationship thinking like, I want to get a purse. I want to go on private jets. I want to get diamonds. Like, I feel like I'm up under a mogul. I want to learn something. Like, I want to learn.
Now, if I'm going to be honest, y'all, I think that's what got her in trouble with the Black community. It was the fact that they saw her being elevated. If she'd have just walked in and got some trips and a couple of pocketbooks, they would have been okay. But I think with them watching him get her a podcast, get her own little podcast show, whatever you want to call it, her being able to just elevate her brand, the fact that she was at the Met Gala, the fact that she was getting ready with Vogue, all that stuff, rooms that they know ordinarily Karisha Brownlee would not have been able to be in those rooms. I think that's what irritated the Black community. Like, it's no way around it. Our people hate our daughters, and I don't understand why we hate our daughters. Like, what, are you okay? Are you well? But we hate our girls to the extent that you feel like if a man is rich, he's supposed to go get somebody who looks nothing like your daughters and give her all the opportunities, give them all the mentorship, give them all the money, all the resources, give all of that to somebody who don't look like us. That's what got her in trouble. The fact the show and seeing her, her brand elevate and seeing her being in those rooms like the Met Gala. Ain't no city girls was supposed to be at no Met Gala. Y'all know that. But it was little stuff like that I think that was just irritating people to see. To the extent that it was like, comments like, oh, she's not pretty enough, or, he could do better than that. Like, she looked good, but I mean, but what? The girl is gorgeous. She's flawless. Like, there was no reason. But I think that's what really got her in trouble with the Black community. And it's like, once they see you going up, the one thing they want more than anything is to see you fall. And unfortunately, his past caught up with him, and there you go. Now, y'all know me. I'm not a Diddy fan. I haven't liked that Negro since back in 95. Okay? Since 1995, maybe even 94, but for sure by 95, I didn't like him at all. So if there was going to be a discussion, it should have been like, why is this cute little girl who's on her way up dating this old buzzard, knowing who he is? But people really had no problem with who he was until he paid a Black girl. And then one that wasn't Black said, oh, well, I sold him some, but I didn't want to sell it the way he say I was supposed to sell it. But I stayed for 13, 16 years and kept selling it like that. But can I get another payment? And once those two things collided, boom goes the dynamite. But I'm going to let her keep talking because y'all got to hear the rest of this, honey. She got stuff to say about JT too. So this is good.
Business. I want to learn how to, okay, you got a network. How can I get a network? Or, you had a Sean John. How can I make Karisha please the next Sean John? So I went into that relationship like on a like more of like, I want to become a mogul and I want to learn most people just want to get their body done. You want to get a trip. You want to just do that video. I wasn't one of them.
And I that's what I respect about you, because even though you a city girl, meeting your best friend and knowing you very womanly. I always say that, and like just a grown woman. And so I've even seen the elevation in your production, and your team, that you started hiring business managers.
Hello.
And
I think that like when you get around people, you see certain things. Like you able to, like, you should be able to learn something from somebody. And I felt like I was able to see like, how should my business be operating? Like, I should have a chief of staff.
Yeah.
I should have a business manager. I should have all of these things in place. And that's what I was learning. Like, I took that more of like a learning experience as far as like trying to become a mogul. That's why I'm like, I'm a mogul. I'm a businesswoman. I'm not just a rapper. Like, I'm big in rap.
So I'm ready to get into some smoke, because I feel like you popping it and you putting everything on the floor. So we really want to dig a little deeper into your Miami.
You ready for the smoke?
I'm ready for the smoke. Is you ready? So when it comes to, City Girls and JT, y'all was having an argument on Twitter. You felt like, she was making songs about you. She felt like you throwing a rock and hide in your hand. Where do y'all stand at today as City Girls and just as sisters, as friends?
I cannot find a job.
Okay, well, girl, that's real sad. I sure hope you find one soon. Let's get through that ad revenue, child.
She ain't all good, and it's not all bad. Like, we don't talk every day, but it's no beef on my end. I still look at her as family, but it's not like we on the phone, we chatting every day, or we checking in. Like, hey, she posted my shit, I'm posting her shit. It's not, I won't say we beefing, but it's not.
Do you feel like taking it to the internet, or do you feel like things that happen behind the scenes have went too far that it'll never be the same motherfucker the old days?
I feel like once we go to the internet, that's kind of like I'm the type of person, like, if we feel some type of way, we can hash this shit out behind closed doors. You could call my phone, we could text each other, we could cuss each other out. But like, once it goes to the internet, I feel like you're trying to get people to pick a side. Like, you putting people in our business to pick a side, and I don't fuck with that. Because I feel like we've been friends for so long that if we gonna go to the internet, we gotta air each other dirty laundry. Like, I'm gonna have to say some shit about you, you gonna have to say some shit about me, and people have to pick a side. And if we real friends, we ain't going to the internet. I'm not going to the internet, and that's, I felt like,
Now, she said a mouthful there. Now, I don't know, in the chat, put a 4 in the chat. If y'all remember the incident that went on, it was primarily between JT and Glorilla, Lil Gloria Hallelujah, honey. And because of some stuff Armand told some stuff that he seen it, and people, didn't know whether to believe it or not believe it. JT wanted people not to believe it. Apparently she felt like when Glow put out Glow, that she was taking shots at her, slapping rap bees and making bell hold, like all that, like maybe that had something to do with her. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know how many other rap hoes she done slapped, or whether she meant she was slapping them hoes lyrically. I don't know how she meant, the slapping of the hoes. But if y'all recall, Karisha really wasn't trying to get involved too much. Santana said something, but he wasn't getting in nobody's business. JT attacked him on Twitter, and then, Karisha responded to what was going on, and JT decided she wanted to have an argument with Karisha online in the public. Like, you don't have this girl phone number. Talking about, no, you're not finna play dumb this time. What do you mean playing dumb this time? This is somebody who's your friend. Why are you trying to talk about her not joining in on some internet stuff? Everybody don't want to argue on the internet. Some people have real regular lives. Like, that's not cool to everybody. Some people think it's corny, and they're not going to do it. So it was a whole weird little thing they had. And I remember, I hope y'all remember, but during the incident, it was a point where they had spoken on the phone or whatever, and then JT got back online and said something else for Karisha to respond and be like, girl, we literally just got off the phone. Why would you come post this? Like, you just got off the phone type stuff. So that's what she's referring to. And she said, once you go to the internet, you've gone too far. I can tell you I'm the same way. I had a friend that I really did love and treat like a sister, and she took some crap to the internet and then went to line, and before I knew it, I told her off so bad, and I was done. Like, I don't play them internet games, so I understand Karisha on that one. Let me let her finish talking.
I'm always the one that's going to let the narrative run and let people think they want to think and not clear nothing up, because it's just, it'll never be that serious to me. Like, I'm cool. I ain't got to clear nothing up.
So how long behind the scenes do you feel like have things been rocky between y'all two?
I feel like it's been a minute. It's been a minute since shit been going on behind closed doors. Like, I just feel like we outgrew each other. I feel like she was in LA, I was in Miami. She was been working on her shit. I didn't know. Mm-hmm.
So y'all heard that, right? She said JT was in LA while she was in Miami, and say she had been working on her stuff and she didn't even know about it. Now, if you go back through social media, through the timeline and how people were reacting, if y'all recall, it was people acting like, oh, JT had to get her own career because Karisha just abandoned her. Karisha was like, this girl been working on her own stuff, just didn't bother to tell her. But she finna tell y'all something else. Keep listening.
And I just feel like every time we try to get together, it just didn't hit.
So do you feel like distance, you living in Miami, she living in LA, did that play a part in the wedge of y'all two?
I don't know.
Did y'all go to the studio together? How was recording? Because y'all last album didn't do well. And I feel like even in interviews, y'all weren't in sync. Mm-hmm. And it didn't look like something that just happened. It looked like something that's been occurring.
Yeah. I just feel like when we got together, it just wasn't hitting. I just felt like we was just in two different headspaces. Like, the way we dressed was different. Like, I'm more of, I wear a leotard, JT want to wear something covered. So I just felt like whenever we tried to get together, it just didn't connect. Like, we'll be on tour. She got her own dressing room. I got my own dressing room. She riding with her own glam team. I'm riding with my own glam team. When we get on the stage and we do our routine, that was probably like the only interaction we had at the time when we was on tour together. So I don't really know like what was the moment that separated us, but I just felt like it became a time where, like, when we was getting together, it just wasn't connecting. And
no, now. So apparently, y'all, it's been trouble in paradise. It's been trouble in paradise. Like, there's something really there was something really going on between these two.
I was just like, ain't no money in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to the studio together. I'm doing a feature. People calling for the City Girls. It's either me or it's you. It just wasn't connecting no more. And I just felt like that's what really made me like start my own brand. Like, I got to do something because I'm in this group. The group ain't making no money. We not working. So it just became a point where we was just like on two different pages. And I felt like whenever we just a video shoot, just anything, like, it just wasn't connecting. and I was just like, you know what, I gotta like figure something out because I do got kids, and that's what really made me start doing like retooling and getting into my merch and things like that because I just felt like the group just wasn't hitting no more.
Basically, right now, today, it's not bad, it's not good, but do you still feel like you would consider JT a sister?
Yeah, I feel like we grew up together. I feel like I'm gonna always look at her as family, but again, like everything, I'm not gonna sit here and just like do that strategic question. How are you? Yeah, that's my sister. We go, no, she ain't all good, but it's not all bad neither. Yeah. And I just want to move forward from that. I don't want to have to keep answering that question. It's just what it is. It's nothing going on. We not in the group no more. She went her own way, I went my own way, and that's just where we at.
Okay, period.
And I don't want to answer it no more, so don't ask me.
Oh,
I have.
round.
So let's get into some tweets. So there was a time where JT was arguing with Cardi. And they was going back and forth, and you woke up and said, I was asleep.
I said I just woke up.
I just woke up. And
did I say I was asleep or I just woke up?
You said I just woke up.
Mm-hmm.
And after you just woke up, there were no more following tweets. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people feel like you should have jumped in and defended JT, that being your City Girl group member, that being your homegirl, like, and you was on mute. Mm-hmm. So elaborate.
Let me tell you something, Santana. I'm never on mute. Ain't no bitch don't come mute me because I'm gonna get out there wig drop. What it is? Wig drop. Thank you. But you gotta show me what you got. I'm one of them hoes. You gonna have to put me down. I'm still gonna pop my shit. Mm-hmm. I never not came to JT defense ever. She was arguing with Agent and I told Agent, hey bitch, meet me in Brooklyn.
I remember that.
I would never not come to her defense. Mm-hmm. Just as us being a group, just as us. Fuck being a group. Just her being my motherfucking bitch. One fight, we all fight. That's how I was raised.
Lord, they trying to cuss.
One swing, y'all swing. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like I was sleeping. I literally was sleeping when I woke up. I see like trending and I'm seeing all these tweets. And when I caught up on it, like once I really got caught up on the tweets and I was like reading the context of the tweets, I'm like, they arguing about Super Freaky Girl remix. Mm. Bitch, I got left off of Bad Bougie. Bitch, the queen ain't called me.
She said I got left off Bad Bougie.
I'm getting caught up on the tweets and I see they arguing about the remix or whatever, and I'm like,
what
the
they got to
queen
do
ain't
with
called
me?
me, and I ain't know nothing about the remix. You know what I'm saying? Like when she dropped the single cover art, the official single cover art for the remix,
and they had all the cities,
and it was like Boston, Chicago, Miami. I'm thinking it's like Trina or somebody, bitch. I'm trying to play the game with the fans, like, bitch, who it is from Miami? The song was never mentioned to me. Mm. I was never called for the song. I was never given a heads up, like, hey, I got a song coming out with Nicki or nothing. I never knew nothing about it. Yeah. So
wait a minute. So when Jatavia went to go do the SFG remix with all the girls, the B girls, the B squad doing verses on that remix with Onika, JT didn't even tell the girl nothing about it, but then you supposed to get online and help me argue about it? Oh, child. And Karisha, a fool, she said, I got left off Bad and Bougie. Say the queen ain't called me. Okay.
That situation came on Twitter and they was arguing about the song. It's like, why insert myself? You know what I'm saying? Like that situation had absolutely nothing to do with me, bitch. I got left off of Bad and Bougie. I didn't even know nothing about the motherfucking song. Uh-huh. So I just felt like, that was between JT and Cardi. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's respectable. So my last question for the smoke. Are you still dating Puff Daddy?
I'm not. I said I was going to tell my truth.
I
think that it really, really, really hurt me because I just feel like, Puff was a really, really good person to me. I feel like he came and he helped me and, he elevated me and he saw a lot of things in me. And I feel like that's like one of his specialties. Like he know how to like find people and, identify their talent. And he was able to see more than music in me. And I felt like he brought out another side of me. Like he brought out like my jitsu side. Mm. Like, my woman side. Like it was like a lot of things that I didn't see in me that he brought out of me.
Dog.
Like, baby girl, you more than music. You an icon. You a motherfucking mogul. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, put God first. Make sure you keep God with everything that you do. But I just felt like when all these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important. It was just me and my career and my family, and just, let him navigate and figure it out on his own, because I can't get caught up in it.
Although he was so great to you and you didn't experience that, you still feel like just with everything that's transpiring, in order for you to soar or to keep elevating, you need to disassociate yourself.
It's not in order for me to keep soaring or, just to elevate myself. I just feel like, although that wasn't my experience, and he was such a good person to me, and that's what people don't understand about like me and Puff relationship. They was just like, you was so loud, and you made him a part of your brand, and like you just thought that you had something, and it wasn't that. Because I think the same thing with him. Like, he didn't expect to fall in love with me, because we did end up falling in love with each other. And I just feel like, it's just everything that's going on. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that.
They fell in love.
I just need a moment to just pour into me.
Yeah, I could see that. And I just want to take a moment to give you your flowers for being so strong. And I've been through.
Y'all like this video?
Behind the scenes with you, with just going through everything and just seeing how like everybody really like just turned on you, and just how you've been so strong, even like for your kids, for yourself, being a woman, making the right decisions.
Yeah, I think that. Well, I just want to say thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I don't know where the fuck I would be. I probably would be somewhere like I probably would turn into a motherfucking pill popping animal, putting myself to sleep. Because this was like pain that I never felt, and the people that I thought would be here for me turned this into like an aha moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just was like, nobody called to check on me. Nobody called to see like how I was feeling. Like, it was really like an aha moment. Like, oh my God, but you thought that you had this nigga. You thought that you was going up, and I didn't think anything. I got with a nigga, and I did what I was supposed to do. And the nigga was doing what he was supposed to do.
She right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I get with this nigga and just go to Chanel?
That'd be
You know what I'm
stupid.
saying? Like, I was able to get a podcast, and I still got my podcast with and without him.
Yeah.
That's somebody putting you in position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you selling yourself. I think that a lot of times people count you out or count you short. And just even seeing how you carry yourself in the morning. Wake up, Santana, hold on, I'm on the phone with my business manager. I'm having a business meeting. I'm on a Zoom. I'm talking to my lawyers. Even watching, you turn our lives into our Instagram lives into this.
Right.
That motivate me. And just even being behind the scenes, you pay for your own studio. You still working. You pay for so much stuff that's even for your brand and stuff.
Yeah.
Watching you invest in your business.
Yeah. That's something that I take pride into. It's like, I want to bet on myself, because I feel like everybody always count me out. And I feel like
all right,
this whole time I've been an underdog.
Yeah.
Like, if I listen, like, people was like, we tried to tell you, y'all tried to tell me I couldn't rap.
And look, what I've accomplished.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I love betting on myself, because it's like, I love betting on myself because I believe in myself. And just like you said, like, I've been investing in myself in the last year.
Yeah.
I've been trying to build the team, trying to find managers, trying to find...
Oh, baby, you hire and fire.
Oh, my God, because it's just like, I know my potential. You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like I got an empire to build.
Yeah.
And I'm going to invest every dollar, every penny that I got into myself. So I do pay for my own studio, and I'm not able to release music right now. It's because it's like, when I try to turn my music in, it's just like, we don't see no growth in your music. Or, you're not elevating it. Like the fans that y'all had 6 years ago, they grown now. And it's just like, when it comes to, I feel like Young Miami as an artist, that's the music I make. I make fun music. You know what it is, Santana? I feel like I lost my personality.
Okay.
And I feel like the reason why I lost my personality is because everything is so literally now. Like,
Yes.
we can just be at the pool just talking something, and the next day you wake up and it's a headline, and it just goes so deep. And that's something that it's just like, I feel like I lost myself. Because, normally I used to be on live all day. We'll be riding around a car, juicy crabs, anywhere we on live. Now I'm scared to pop up my live. Like, that's like the other day we had the pool. I'm like, Santana, I'm going to turn off my live. Because I feel like people build you up to break you down. Mm-hmm. So the reason why people fell in love with me is just like, now it's just like, oh, you so ignorant. You so this. And I just feel like I don't got a personality no more, and it just really hurts.
I think that always remember your personality is what got you here. People fell in love with you as a person, and then they fell in love with the music. Mm-hmm. Because to everybody initially, you couldn't rap. What they say, I used to sound like
chipmunks?
Yeah, they say I sound like chipmunks. It was always this, it was always that. And then next thing you know, people was rapping you word for word. And you got so many Bible slangs.
Oh my God. I want to start a dictionary.
Yes.
Like Karisha dictionary. It's always a new word.
It's always a new word. Everything you do sell, but you stole candles off of 11:11. Like, it's like, I just watch, and I always be so proud because I would like, bitch, wherever she touched, turn to gold.
Let's get married.
Okay, so y'all get the idea. We ain't got to go through the rest. It's not much left on this little sit down that she had, relaunching her Karisha Please. If I'm being honest, I'm glad she brought it back. It's like less than 10 minutes left. I'm gonna let y'all go listen to the rest on your own. But if I'm being for real, I'm glad she spoke up. I think that watching her sit down with Santana, we got the real story on what went on between her and JT. I think it was interesting to find out that JT had already been working on her music and the girl didn't know nothing about it. I think it's interesting that Jatavia allowed the Barbs to run with a narrative and push it through social media with their viral abilities and their lying abilities to sit up and push this narrative that Karisha just abandoned the group because everything was about Diddy, as though she was not out there in LA with Uzi, as though she was not working on her music behind this girl back, as though, the fact that they wanted her to jump in an argument on Twitter with Cardi about a super freaky girl remix that she didn't even know nothing about. JT, had got the offer and she was doing her thing, and that's cool, but you didn't even tell Karisha nothing about it. And then when you start arguing with somebody, how was she supposed to get in it? To say what? In her words, she got left off Bad and Bougie. She said the queen ain't called her. So what she need to jump in and insert herself and argue about what? So y'all weirdos can turn around and say, oh, what's she getting involved for? You not even in it. You want to be her. You want to be a part of this. This not your moment. Like, it was just weird. And to watch JT, who was supposed to be her friend, go along with these narratives, push these narratives, and then the culmination, I believe, is when we saw Jatavia basically spiral on Twitter and try to fight with this girl in public and say, no, you're not playing dumb today and all this. And it's like, you're nuts. You want to fight with your friend on the internet rather than calling her phone? Like, this was very telling. I like the fact that she took a very Aquarius approach and was just like, yeah, it ain't the best, but it ain't the worst. And just calling it what it is. No beauty pageant answers. I like that. I'm actually surprised because when I saw that she was going to relaunch and she was going to let Santana interview her, I didn't have a good feeling at all. But Tourbe said they thought JT was going to do numbers and the executives got egg on their face. Yes. And did you hear what she just said? When she tried to turn in music, they won't even let her release nothing talking about ain't no growth in the music. You counting her out like JT is going to be some golden goose, and it's nothing. It don't matter how many ads she pay for on blogs. It's not translating into sales. It's just not translating. And that's nothing against little Jatavia. I told y'all, I think she's as cute as she can be. But, her attitude leaves much to be desired. It really does. Yvette says she kept building on City Girls while JT was locked up. She did. And then once JT, she said that her and Jatavia started to grow apart. It happens. She says she don't know exactly when it happened or whatever. She don't know whether it was the distance between Florida and California that caused the distance. I have some theories, and I'm not gonna say them all out loud, but I got some theories as to what could have caused it. But I'm not gonna be one of those messy old women who put too much, dip on my chip and getting in the kids' business. But I really like that she sat down. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think she dealt with the whole Puffy situation as gracefully as she could. It did feel cringe to hear her say they fell in love, like, yeesh. And that's just me. So don't go by me, because me, I'm sitting here like the back of my neck started itching. I'm like, girl, let's, why are we loving people? It's an opportunity. And like she said, she benefited from him, and he also benefited from her, which he did, because she gave him a fresh look. She refreshed his entire image, made him a little more youthful to the public, and helped him sell that daily on that wasn't nobody drinking. Couture Bay say that's why Young Miami, when she do drop, finally the music is going to explode. I think so too. Okay, the beautiful Bianca said, turn the porch light on and smash that button and let YouTube know a real one is on the screen. Let them know, because y'all know the girl is still shadow banned. So I'm just, talking for what I'm talking for. And hopefully, we can dig back out this gully. Because when the truth happens, things happen, I'm going to report it. I don't care who it's about. Shutting me up, like, real good luck with that. I hope it works out. I pray it works out for you. But yeah, so that's what happened, honey. Karisha spoke up. I thought it was graceful of her to, make it clear like that she wasn't going to jump on no train and pile on. And I think that's fair. If he didn't do certain things to you, which I never believed he was hitting Karisha. I don't know. Somebody Brownlee said, the fact that she done been, had somebody put their hands on her before. I didn't think she would let that man put his hands on her. Yeah, I didn't see it. Anything's possible because men can be predatory. But I just felt like, even with predators, I feel like men know who they can do certain stuff to. I think they pick up, I know for a fact, as long as I've been alive, men pick up on your energy. They know who they can bully. They know who they can push. They know who they can slap. They know who they can pimp. And I think that he picked up on her energy and knew that wasn't that. And I don't believe he's changed like that. Like, he's born again and filled with the Holy Ghost, and he wouldn't, he's no longer from the Slap-a-Hole tribe. I don't believe none of that. I believe he ran into this girl, and to this girl he knew not to hit. But do I believe that this is just some miraculously changed man? No. Do I believe you knew not to put your hand on Carisha Brownlee? Yes, I do. I believe you knew that. Somewhere down in your spirit, you knew. But I do believe if put in a similar situation that he's been in the past, and he goes into a situation with a perfect victim, I believe he absolutely will introduce that young lady to the fact that he is indeed from the Slap-a-Hole tribe. So no, I don't believe he's changed. I think it's fair for her to say he didn't do it to me. That's fair. Always tell the truth. If he didn't do it to you, he didn't do it to you. I mean, there's nothing I can say to that. And I think it was actually, looking at it from that angle, I think it was smart, and it was responsible for her to keep quiet, because the last thing that anybody wants to hear from somebody who wasn't a victim is the fact that, well, I mean, I wasn't a victim, so let's invalidate your feelings. Let's invalidate your experience. Let's invalidate. So I think she was really smart to just say, hey, I didn't know that person. I didn't know that side of him. He didn't show me that side, so I couldn't speak on that. And I like the fact that she made it real clear that it was like, yeah, I had to fall back and let him figure that out on his own. I can't go down with him. And she right. Because when he was around there, trying to act like Goldie and the Mac, she was still over there in, where was she going to high school? Miramar, wherever the hell she was going to school at. She was a kid when he was out there being, the devil's little brother. So she's not, she did right. Fall back. You on your own. Yo. You on your own. Hey, Cynthia Gross. Right, Bianca? Because I'm just like, what y'all want this girl to do? She did the right thing, fall all the way back. Hey, Too Adorable, thank you for being like number 82. Yeah, she did right, fall all the way back. Because she wasn't there when you was doing it. She didn't tell you to do it. She ain't asked you to do it. You on your own. You on your own. And I see the sickos. Y'all know I play, I'm not gonna say it. But I got a lot of blocking to do. When I see toxic people, I just block. I just block. But I see a lot of weirdos, still, she's praising Diddy. I didn't see her praise him. I just saw her tell the truth. Like, the truth of the matter is, if he helped her, he helped her. She can't pretend like, he ain't do nothing for me. That cheap Negro, he ain't even spend no money. Like, she can't lie on nobody. That's not cool. So all she could say is, yeah, he did right by me. I appreciate what he did for me. But I saw from my angle, from my vantage point, her being very careful not to invalidate anybody else's experiences with that man. Sans said, wait, didn't Karisha post a tweet that alluded to Diddy making another woman go down there if she wanted? So talking trash on the internet means what? Diddy was around here victimizing women on his own. He is in his 50s. Y'all got to stop trying to pretend like 20-something-year-old girls is making grown, old, dusty, rusty Negroes do anything. She was popping it ain't that how y'all said Couture Bay? She was popping it on the internet. She was talking crap. Because ain't no telling what all he had done said to make her feel like she could talk that type of noise to the girl. Plus, the girl was bothering her. Y'all get real selective when a black girl go to popping her noise back. Then all of a sudden, whoever the non-black girl is the victim, and mean old black girl. Get out of Dodge with that. No. The tour base say they mad she told the truth on JT. When we seen the interviews. Yes. So like I said, I was not at all thinking that this interview was gonna be as nice as it was. That's not what I expected. Couture say Gina wanted Diddy back after saying she was getting too right. You claim he beat you up. Maybe he did. Maybe you like to be hit. I don't know, but you sure was trying to go back. Man, if she got a 2-piece and a biscuit and she was trying to go back for seconds, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So it's like, okay, did he not? I don't know. What I do know is I believe the same Diddy from back in the 90s is who he is now. I think he's the same person. I think he's just as toxic. I think he's violent. I think he has a predatory nature. And I think he targets young women who have not mentally gotten themselves together yet. That's what I think. So do I believe that he was smart enough not to go hit Karisha Brownlee? Yeah, because he's not slow. He just evil. So he was smart enough not to put his hand on Karisha Brownlee. But that don't change the fact that, do I believe he probably put his hand on Gina Wynn? Probably. On Gina, Tina, Karina, Sharina, Lena, all of them. Like, that type of stuff get me. Like, if a man is trash, the man is trash. Y'all got to stop trying to make it about the woman, especially if she black. Or she got to be the one. Yeah. Them receipts be hell, don't they? When Karisha knew what was going on with views. So let me ask you this. If she knew, because all y'all knew what Puffy been doing all these years. If she knew that he did all this stuff in the past, what they got to do with her? Was she there? Did she help him beat up people while she was in high school and middle school? What they got to do with her? What does it have to do with her? And it's not about being abused and going back. Gina Wynn was never his girlfriend. She was trying to push Young Miami out the way to get in there. So that's not like, he beat me up, now he trying to lure me back in. She was actively trying to fight with the girl who was in position to get back in there. So that's not no abused person going back. That's somebody that can take a punch. Okay, Lisa, I just be tired. I'm like, the way we treat young black girls in this community is real backwards. Like, it's not okay. Yvette say, if he really loved her, as soon as it went down, he would have told her to stay away for her own good. Do we know that he didn't? I don't believe with that, that love stuff she talking about. That's kind of going in one ear and out the other for me. But I don't know that he didn't tell her to fall back. I don't know. Because she says she not dealing with him now, but I don't know. I'm not going to call her a liar because I don't live in her house, but I don't know what he said. He could have said it, but either way, I'm glad she fell back. I don't know whether they was in agreement when she fell back. I don't know whether he felt some type of way when he fell back. I don't know, but it looked like Karisha Brownlee wasn't gonna care how he felt about her falling back anyway, which is correct. She wasn't supposed to care how he felt about that. She wasn't there. She was in high school when you was knocking them hoes around. When you was taking them from the window to the wall. That girl wasn't there. So she supposed to fall back when that mess catch up to you. Shouldn't have been doing it. Like, that's the best I could say. Yvette say black women always get blamed, just like they do the younger girls calling them fast. This got to be one of the worst communities for just hating their daughters. I'm like, what is wrong? Are y'all okay? You need some milk? Stop that. Renee said, child, he was not going to hit Karisha because he knew that was going to come with some heat. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. As it should. As it should. I don't care if you can't beat them straight up. Don't lose a fight because ain't no such thing as a fair fight. If we got to bring in weapons, police, pit bulls, a saber-tooth tiger, a fork with some tetanus on it, whatever we need to do, don't lose no fights. Yvette say, I don't think he did because she was still around him until the video came out. But no, she wasn't. Y'all kept saying she was, but there was no evidence of that. Like, there was no evidence of that. The girl just didn't come out and openly make y'all know that they wasn't together until after that. But everybody kept saying, I think they together. I think they're in the same place. Wait, the background kind of looked the same. We don't know what was going on with them people. And what I like to see is a girl who has her self-preservation intact. Ain't no going down with the ship. The band is not going to keep playing while the ship going down. You're going to run, don't look back. Okay, like they say in the Sanctified Church. That's what you do. Yvette say, this must have took a toll on her mental health. Yeah, that's what she said. She's like, she was all over the place. And I think what was really the most stymieing thing for her was to see that the people she thought cared about her were really excited to see her go through something, and they were excited to use this man's disgusting past and lifestyle to attack her. And I'm sorry, with stuff like that, I'm never going to really look at our community the same, the way we treat people. The fact that somebody like Tory Lanez is really a big ball of nothing, a leprechaun with half his hair missing, and nobody was really checking for that boy at all, and ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise. All he had to do was pull out a firearm and try to hurt little Megan, and all of a sudden, oh no, he's a star. We need to support him. Let him free. It's like, dang. So his career could be in the crapper. He had to wait. What was that boy named Jack Harlow or whoever had to put him on? And you mean to tell me all he had to do to take off as a rapper and to be considered legit is to shoot a black girl? That's all you got to do? Like, we got to reevaluate the way we treat our girls around here. Seriously. The fact that Puffy has been a menace and a freaking predator since the 90s, and everybody was okay because the women he was menacing and attacking were black women. Nobody cared until little Miss Pale. Till little Miss Pale L showed up, then all of a sudden, now we can see. Now we can see that he's a predator. All before, no, we don't see nothing. We Risa Tisa to the bull. Until one of the girls happened to be pale, then now we can see it. Remember they say the name Karisha alone, he knew would bring some heat. I'm done. Talk about a girl named Karisha. Girl, listen, it may be. Too adorable say, you don't want to fight with a girl from Liberty City or Opelika. SMH Diddy knew. Child, cut that out. I ain't trying to be funny. Is that your neighborhood? Because I'm from Central Florida, and plenty of our girls done mopped up them girls from Opelika and Liberty City. I ain't being funny, but shout out to Ocala 352. Shout out to Orange County. Shout out to Lake County. Shout out to Latchaway. Because them country girls done beat the hell out of a lot of them girls. So I don't think Diddy would have had a problem handling her physically. I just think he know that she don't have that victim mentality. The girl done already been through hell. She just sat there and told y'all she done been in 2 relationships with men that'll put their hands on you. Because men in Florida like to beat women. Like, I don't know a nice way to say that. Men in my home state like to beat women. Yeah, and you don't have to be dating them. You could be at a club and offend somebody, and one of them will swing on you and punch you in your face. Abuse come in multiple forms. Yeah, but whatever. I don't believe Gina Wynn was abused, because why the hell was you trying to get with a man that wasn't even available? I don't believe her. I'm gonna handle that like y'all handle black girls. I don't believe her. Couture Bay say, look at the people who wasn't around. The proof is in the pudding. That's true. You got to pay attention to who sit up and be happy and think they glorifying in your downfall. They always expose themselves. They always show their draws. Okay, Renee said, oh yeah, I was like number 41. Thank you, sis. You at work. I'm sorry, but wasn't Cassie a menace to Kim Porter? Yes, she was. But nobody cared about that because Kim's black, remember? Nobody cares about the black girls. You got to be pale to be a victim. And if you're a black girl, somehow we're going to find a way where whatever that man do, it's your fault. Yvette said, I love the way, I love the way you love where you from, where you were in my, no, I'm not from Miami, honey. I'm from Ocala, Florida. We from the same state, but she from South Florida. Florida got zones. We got South Florida. We got Central Florida. You got North Florida. And you got Floribama. Because that panhandle, they don't act like us. They not like us. Hey, Patricia Joaquin. This one our Florida girls out of Tampa. Miss 813, Miss Hillsborough in the house. But no, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Karisha really did open up. And she talked. And she put it on out there. I like it. I hope things work out for her. I hope she can get away from that label that's stopping her from releasing music. Because I think that's disgusting that they stopping this girl from releasing music. Let the girl make her music. And I like the fact that she learned how to make her money, whether they let her release music or not. Like, she's not going to let them crash her. And I like that. Renee say he stupid looking, but he wasn't stupid when it came to Karisha. Diddy knew better. He sure did. Girl, all men know better. Don't let them fool you. They're not crazy. They play crazy. Most of them ain't crazy at all. They play crazy. They know better. Vet said, I'm sorry, I'm in Florida. Okay, sis, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I love my home. Not enough to go back over there and dodge bullets, but I love my home. Couture Bay says CEOP and them are trash for that. Can you imagine? And I love the fact that she made it public. I love that for her. Because, like, at this point, let that girl off her contract with y'all. If you don't want to let her release music, what you gonna do? Just hold her hostage so she can't make no more money? Because she got her a little following, she got her some fans or whatever. Leave that girl alone. Let her go make her music. If y'all don't want her, go on in the contract. Let her move around because she's likable. She's fun. She's fun. The girl gon', she's a whole, how y'all say it? She's a vibe. Let her go make her money. It's just weird. Super weird. Child. It's something else. Like, I'm just watching to see. I feel like this gonna cause a little bit of a little media storm. Just a small, like a water spout. This ain't gonna be no tornado. It's gonna be a little water spout, a dust devil or something for at least the next 24 hours. At least the next 24. Miss Sparkle was here earlier. Renee, she might be went to sleep. She was here earlier though. Yeah, she's really pretty. And I think that adds to why, our people have turned on her and want to hurt her too. We don't like rich black people and you hate a pretty girl. So, and God forbid she makes some money. Then, y'all might sick dogs on her. I don't know what's coming. I'm going to pray for her safety. Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it on the gossip. Like the gossip been slow. When you hit the blogs now, it's all politics stuff. And I'm not going. We talked about that in Patreon because I'm never doing that on my channel. I feel like that is not the place for this stuff. Like I don't feel like politics has a place in social media. I think it's weird to try to push that. Oh wow. Yeah, it was slow. They had a bunch of that, and like I said, I think now they just gonna push this over and over and over and over again. Okay. Oh, you at home now, Renee? Okay, girl, that's what's up. Yeah, I hope she'll be okay. I want to see all of these girls do well. Like I said, a lot of us were around during the days of Roxanne Shantae, and we watched ladies have disagreements and then they made their money. We watched it, and I think that it's time to see these young ladies kind of pick up the mantle and do what they got to do. No, I'm not going to talk about Mark Daly in my next live. I'm actually not. But I think I want to see them do well. I want to see all of them do well. I want to see JT keep doing her thing and flourishing and tweaking things and giving us a little bit more of her real personality, whatever that may be in there. I want to see little Karisha do her thing and continue to focus on building her she said she want to build an empire. So I want to see her build her empire, make her money. I want to see all of these young girls do their thing. Like they're young, they're fresh, they're exciting, they got energy. All of them got good knees, and they're so cute. So I really want to see them all do well. Oh, and real quick before we go, child, I almost forgot on the Housewives stuff. How about the rumors are circulating again about New Jersey, y'all. They saying they not keeping nobody but Teresa and Dolores. I don't know how true it is, but it has resurfaced again that it's being said. So I don't know. I don't know. I took that fade to black seriously. I'm not sure they coming back at all. Maybe that's just tentative on, who they can get to come back with them, how they can recast it, or maybe they turn the lights off because it's the end of the show as we know it. Maybe we're going to get a reboot that's so dramatic that it ain't even going to look like the same show. If you ask me, why can't they, do like a revamping of Mob Wives or something? Because that was my show. I would love to see them ladies back on TV. Cynthia, we don't know. Nobody's announced the cancellation. The rumor was out before, and the rumor's back again that the only people who will have a job is Teresa. What's the new last name? Ruelas and Dolores Catania. Those are the only two people they're saying are guaranteed to have a job. So they did not announce a cancellation. A lot of us were assuming, as well as myself, when they did the whole fade to black edit, what are they trying to tell us? Are y'all literally turning the lights off down at Real Housewives of New Jersey, or are y'all indeed coming back? Personally, like I said, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to try to do a reboot of Mob Wives. Like, this is your time. Just let New Jersey go. Try to do Mob Wives, and nothing against nobody, but scratch it. I feel like the Housewives franchises have almost run their course completely, and I'm waiting for them to be gone. Too Adorable say just reboot Bravo. Okay, the whole thing, include Andy Cohen. Renee said I don't watch Jersey anymore. They lost me when Big Ange died. Big Ange was on Mob Wives, not New Jersey. Big Ange was never on New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, that was a whole different show. Dope Boy Philippe, where you been? Where have you been? Because I remember you, and I ain't seen you in over a year. Where you been? You got locked up? Don't fool me. Where you been? Yes, Renee, that was Mob Wives when Big Ange got the cancer and died. We was all sad. That was like watching Cornbread, Earl, and me, and everybody got emotional when Cornbread died. I watched that movie with my granddad. I remember I was crying and everything. They killed Cornbread. Mm-hmm. You out. You was in. Well, I'm glad you done jumped. I'm glad you EOS. Yeah, she might, but I don't want Drita without the rest of them because I don't like Drita like that. You need the rest of them to make Drita work. You need the whole crew. You need the whole crew to make that work. Did you say he been in jail? Been in Florida jail? No, don't put that on him. You was really in. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you back. Well, listen, y'all. That's it. I ain't think it was gonna take that long, but it did, but we got through it. So listen, you know what time it is. I'm gonna need y'all to like this video on your way out. If you did not remember to hit it on the way in, make sure, pretty please, that you hit your notification bell and click all so you will know every time we go live on this Fit channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed because you know we're happy to have you here. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video as well as a membership link in the description box. Also in the description box is the link for my book, Little Girl, Big World. Okay? It is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. You want them to avoid the BBL pisses and the Diddies of the world, right? So get them a copy of Little Girl, Big World. The link is in the description box, or you can go to Amazon.com, type in my first name, and it will pop right up. So make sure you get one for yourself, your baby sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, daughters, god babies, kids at the church, down the street, the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, the Peanut Field, the Orange Grove, everywhere. Make sure every little girl you know has a copy. Let's keep our girls safe. It's brief, but it's packed with information. So make sure you girls have one, okay? Also, in the description box, we have the link for our merchandise store. All right. So you can get your crown gear in classic black and gold or your emerald crown designs. All right. Make sure you get yours today or soon. I'm going to change those designs very shortly. We've had those for a while and it's time for a revamp. All right. So please make sure you get yours ASAP because those designs will be leaving very, very soon. All right, and we got the link for our my Amazon wish list and for our Amazon storefront so we can shop together. And you guys, please make sure you enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe, sweet dreams, good night. And remember, I will be back when the gossip permits. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. There's nothing else you can do about it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.